Hello witches and warlocks, welcome back to my channel. So nice to see you again. So this is a completely different video that I have never done before. I have done DIY videos on here, which have taken you through building your own Book of Shadows from scratch. This is going to be a series of videos on the subject of being a beginner witch or being new to the craft. So I would like to say before this video starts, as a big disclaimer, no way in any way throughout this video will I be telling you what to do on your journey. Okay, everything I'm about to do in this video will lay out in sequence about what you need to think about if you are becoming a witch, for one, and going into the art of witchcraft. And throughout that, you can take what you like from what I say, and I'm not here to tell you that what I say is gospel and that you have to follow it to the letter. If you choose to take anything that I tell you today and take it away, and it teaches you about something or gives you the insight to something that you'd like to learn about, then that is a bonus. However, I am just a witch on my path, and this is my path, okay? So I am here to help with any questions I can answer. However, this is not a lesson in how to be a witch, because that comes from you. I am just literally guiding you to what I know and to what I do on my path, and if that helps, then that's a good thing. So before the trolls start to say that anything I say is not the way, it's just my opinion. I'm allowed my own opinion, as is everybody else on the internet allowed their opinion. Everything that we do on YouTube is an opinion of some person. That goes from books, YouTube channels. All of this starts from a person's opinion, okay? It is not gospel. So whatever you see online, whatever you read in books, is just somebody's interpretation of what they have learned on their path, okay? And you can choose to take what you like from that. So with that aside, this is my intro to being a witch, or starting your journey into witchcraft. Okay, so this is just the intro. I will, over the weeks, do a video all about the subjects that we're going to talk about today, and go in depth on certain things. But this will be a very long video if I talk about everything I know about witchcraft. So there you go. So today, I'm going to set you a task of asking yourself 6 questions. Okay, now these 6 questions are what you need to think about before you go into the craft. Okay, so question number 1 is this: what brings you to the craft? Okay, so what is it that inspires you to come into witchcraft itself? Okay, could that be you've seen something on YouTube and it interests you? Is it a book you've read and you thought that's something I'd like to look into more? Maybe you've seen it on the cinema, and you've gone out, you've watched a DVD, you've watched shows on Netflix, or on social media that is depicted witchcraft as a general. Okay, so basically what you've got to figure out in your head is what brings you here. What is making you watch this video? What is making you go online and think, I want to be a witch? Now, this is a very important question, because becoming a witch involves a lot of different aspects of life. Okay, so number 1 with the thing is, if you're coming here to enjoy witchcraft as a craft, as in something to learn, then that is one step to being a witch or learning witchcraft. Okay, the next one is maybe you are unsure of what religion to follow. Okay, you need something in your life to set you on a path or a journey to give you something to believe in. Okay, now this is how I discovered witchcraft. I came to witchcraft because I found it in a movie. Okay, and then when I got there, I realized what I was looking for was a path to follow, because I was lost in my religious belief. Okay, I didn't know what to believe. So maybe you're here because of that reason too. Maybe you need a religion or something to believe in. Because let's face it, most places you go to, things you see on TV, don't really depict exactly what witchcraft is about. Okay, so the first thing is that there are different ways of being a witch. Okay, you can be a witch just by practicing witchcraft. Okay, you can also be a Christian and that be your religion and still be a witch. Okay, you can be a pagan and be a witch. Okay, you can also have no religion at all. You can be a completely anti-religion. Okay, don't believe in anything, and you can still be a witch, because the art of witchcraft is exactly what it says in the title, a craft. Okay, it's something you learn. Okay, so if you are coming into witchcraft, you have to be prepared that you are going to have to learn. There is a lot of learning. This doesn't come overnight. How you choose to learn is totally down to you and in your journey and what feels comfortable for you and when you're ready. A lot of people say out there that if people that have been doing witchcraft for a very long time, generations that came before me, have stated that you have to do a year and a day. This means that you take the whole year and one day to teach yourself all about witchcraft before you start to pursue the actual practical side of witchcraft. Some people jump straight in and start doing spell work. Okay, now my view on this is each to their own. Okay, how you choose to do it, how I chose to do it was not either a year or a day or to jump right in. What I did was to find out as much information as I possibly could. Okay, everything I needed to know, because if you think about witchcraft as a craft, it's something you're learning, just like if you were going to learn to drive a car. Okay, if you were going to learn to drive a car, you wouldn't jump straight behind the wheel and go, right, I'm going on a big, massive 8-hour journey up to Scotland. You just wouldn't. Okay, because you need to take that time to step out and go, right, what do I need to learn? How do I do this? How do I practice? You know, there is ways and means to do it. However, just because you haven't done all that doesn't mean that the moment you pick up a book or pick up your phone and watch a video does not mean that you're not a witch, because you can be a witch anytime you like. Okay, that title is totally up to you. Whatever you want to call yourself, it's totally up to you. Okay, so first question you need to ask yourself, what brings you here? Okay, what brings you to the craft? What are you looking for? Okay, this brings me to my second question. What do you want from the craft? So what is it you're searching for? What is it you want to achieve from being a witch or doing witchcraft? Okay, because you don't have to necessarily call yourself a witch, as I've said. You can just practice witchcraft as something to be interested in. But there is obviously a big range of stuff to do in witchcraft, and it does involve a lot of different aspects. Okay, so what is it that you want to achieve from this, from learning witchcraft? Is it because you have something in your life that you want to change? Is it because you are riddled with anxiety, depression, and you need something to calm yourself, something to clear your head, something to give you meaning, okay, something to help you through hard times? All good reasons, okay? Is it because you just want to have fun and learn something new? Is it because you're curious? You know, is it a curiosity thing that you want from this? What is it you want to achieve from witchcraft? Okay, because being a witch is hard work. It doesn't happen overnight. It's not an easy thing to do. Okay, because witchcraft involves you putting your full self and all your energy into something in the craft. Okay, so some aspects of the craft. So that's intention. Okay. And that comes from you and you alone. Okay, your intention is what controls everything you do. okay? And everything you're going to achieve. Whatever you have around you, whatever things you have, what you bought, what you've read, none of it matters unless you have the intention correct. Okay, if the intention's not correct, you're not going to get the right results. So you need to know what it is you want first before you start meddling in witchcraft. Okay, because going in blind means that you're not going to get what you want. Okay, you need to know inside what you want to achieve from being a witch. Okay. My question number 3 to you is this. What do you already know about witchcraft? Okay, what do you know? What do you already have in your tool belt that's going to help you on your journey? Okay, again, you can flip that question and say, what don't I know? Okay, at the moment, some of you might be sitting there going, I know nothing about witchcraft. I know diddly squat about witchcraft. Some of you might be saying, I know a little bit about it. I know that you do this. I know that there's spells. I know that there's this. Some of you might be saying, I know everything about witchcraft. The only one of those that I would say, in my opinion, is wrong, is that you know everything about witchcraft. Nobody knows everything about witchcraft. I don't care how long you've been doing it. I don't know I don't care how many years and how many generations of your family did witchcraft. Nobody knows everything about witchcraft. You know why? Because there are always going to be questions unanswered. Because everybody's journey is different and everybody gets different results. Okay? Because like I said in the last question, it's all about intention. So ask yourself, what do you already know? Or what is it you're questioning? Because you may think to yourself, okay, that I've watched 1,000 YouTube videos, I've read 1,000 books, and I have, over the years, done all this, read 1,000 books, gone on different websites, done different things, watched different YouTubers discover witchcraft. Okay, now I still, to this day, don't know everything, and I never will, in my lifetime, know everything there is about witchcraft. Okay, all I can say is that I have my intention and what I want to achieve from being a witch. Okay, excuse me, I am a pagan, so I have a religion that has sort of gone hand in hand with witchcraft over the years. That doesn't necessarily mean that I've been a witch for a very long time. I haven't really. I've called myself a witch since I was 14 years old. However, I've been a pagan that same length of time, but never practiced witchcraft for a very, very long time. Okay? I just looked into it and read and revised and learned different things. And those views that I had at the beginning, where I knew nothing, have changed dramatically to what I know now. Okay? So you need to think to yourself, what do you know already about witchcraft? And I'm not going to say that what you know already is wrong, okay? Because there are no wrong answers in witchcraft, okay? I can guide you to different things. However, ultimately, it comes down to you as the person, okay, that makes that decision. And it doesn't matter what 1,000 people on YouTube or social media say about you being a witch. Doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, it's your journey. And it's going to change. It's going to change dramatically. Witchcraft changes your life, whether that be in a religious sense or just in the time you spend achieving stuff. Because what you need is, in your witchcraft, is the intention and the belief. Belief is another part of witchcraft. If you don't believe, you're not going to achieve. Okay? So you have to believe, ultimately, that what you're doing is putting energy out into the world. Okay, if you don't believe it, the powers that be will not believe it. Okay, so you need to, again, decide, what do you know about witchcraft? Okay, question number 4, setting goals in your craft. Okay, now, setting goals means exactly the same as what you would do if you were at school, okay? Now, if you're at school, you're going to start your year, And this usually happens if you're in, let's say, in senior school, which is where in England, when we hit 11, we then go into upper school or high school. Okay, most of us don't have middle school. There are a couple of places in England that have middle school. We don't. I didn't. I had my junior school, and then high school, or senior school as we called it. Okay, and there comes a time, I think it's usually about 3 years. Yeah, I think it's about 2 or 3 years before you graduate. You have to choose what you're going to do. Okay, so what you're going to achieve, what you're going to pick subject-wise to advance yourself in life. Okay, what is it that interests you, so you can put all your energy into those subjects and forget about the rest you don't need. Okay, so the same goes for witchcraft. Okay, you need to decide what is your goal. What do you want to achieve? What is it you're going to set yourself at the beginning of this journey? Okay, now that could be anything at all. It could be you're going to dedicate to learn about the tools of witchcraft. Okay, you can dedicate yourself into learning about the history of witchcraft. Okay, you can dedicate yourself into learning about divination within witchcraft. Okay, maybe you want to learn about herbs in witchcraft. Okay, there are many different sides, okay, of witchcraft. There is a lot to learn, and if you take on all of it at once, you are literally going to be overwhelmed. So my suggestion, and it's just my opinion and my suggestion, pick yourself one thing. Okay, maybe even one thing a month if you want to. Okay, one thing, maybe even one thing a week. Start small. Okay, so every month set yourself a goal. Okay, set yourself something you want to learn about within the craft, because otherwise what's going to happen is you're going to learn about so many different things all at once. Imagine if you were learning about 20 different classes in school all at once and was expected to know everything about them, and they're constantly cramming to the point where you go, oh my God, I don't know my left from right. Okay, that is exactly what witchcraft is like. Exactly as if you were in school and you're taking too much on. Take too much on, you're not going to learn anything. Okay, so break it down. There is time. You are choosing to do this as a way of life. Okay, and that's what witchcraft is. It becomes a way of life. Okay, it becomes something that you naturally do. Okay, just naturally, don't even think about it in the end. It's just is your life. Okay, it becomes in every aspect of your life. Okay, it becomes something to do with witchcraft, and it is a craft. You have to learn about these things. Okay, but take your time. You've got plenty of time. Let yourself know you are never going to know everything. Okay, so stop trying to learn everything. Take it bit at a time. Okay, maybe learn about your tools that you might need for witchcraft. Get yourself a book. Learn about the witchy alphabet. Learn about runes. Learn about tarot. Learn about all these different aspects of witchcraft. You can choose any one you like, but I would suggest, and this is just my opinion, choose one and set yourself a goal to learn by the end of the month. Okay, so setting goals in witchcraft. Okay, that's my question to you. For number 4, set yourself a goal. Okay. Now this comes to question number 5. Okay, which is I've just basically touched on, which is living in the craft. Okay, now I'm not going to lie to you. Unless you take a lot of time, or an allotted time out of your life to learn witchcraft, okay, it's not going to come easy. Okay, it's a lot of learning, a lot of taking your time out to sit down and go, right, I need to learn about this. I need to know what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, when I'm doing it, what it is. There are so many aspects that a book will tell you about, you know, then you have to take that information and think, is this what I want to do? Okay, is this the way I would do it? Okay, so breaking down everything you learn and then thinking, right, is this what symbolizes this for me? Is this what symbolizes that for me? Okay, because all it is, learning how to be a witch or doing witchcraft is about intention, belief, and number three, obviously, you have to know, okay, what it is that's going to make you visualize, okay, what you want, okay? So you've just done your intention, your belief, and visualization. That's your third thing, okay? So visualization is a big part of being a witch, okay? Doing witchcraft. You have to visualize what you want, okay? And that helps the intention, okay? So you have to start off with the intention, you have to have the belief, but you also got to visualize in here what's happening, okay? Now, visualizing means that we're not in Sabrina, we're not in Craft, we're not in, you know, a teen pop type situation on TV. What you see on TV is make believe. Okay, what you see on TV, the sparks, the lights, the the magical orbs, none of that's going to happen. Okay, so you need to get that out of your head. None of that will happen. Okay, there is not going to be any flying objects. Okay, and any of that business. Okay, that's not what real witchcraft's about. Okay, so real witchcraft is about visualization. You have to visualize that those things are happening. You have to think in your head. When you cast a circle, you can visualize that circle around you, which gives you the belief, of the fact that you are now protected. You're in a magical space which is yours, and nothing can harm you. Okay, nothing can come in. Okay, and this is all energy. Okay, energy and visualization, belief and intention. Okay, the energy comes from you. Okay, the energy comes from within. No matter what you use or what you do, okay, you have to have the belief that there is this energy inside you that you are releasing into the world with your intention. Okay, now let's look at it on this side of things. Okay, a lot of the time you will get told that witchcraft is make believe. Okay, witchcraft is a Harry Potter type charmed make believe thing. Okay, and on TV, yes, totally is. But you got to look at it this way. Witchcraft was an early science. Okay, so witchcraft came long before Christianity. Okay, before any of the religious side of things. Okay, and witchcraft became living in nature. Okay, so it was people who believed that if you put enough energy out there into the world, you'll achieve something. Okay, and it's almost like a science. So if you imagine energy, it's around you all the time. It's everywhere. Okay, everything you do creates energy. All right, from blinking, from talking, to swaying, to moving, everything takes energy. Your body is full of the stuff. Okay, and scientifically, which is proven, energy does not die. Energy does not disappear. It's always around us. So energy has to go somewhere. Okay, now our brain is full of electrical pulses. Okay, which is huge amounts of energy. It takes a lot of energy to lift your arm. Okay, it takes a lot of energy to get up off a chair. It takes a lot of energy to think. Okay, lots of electrical sparks. Now, all of that's happening in your head right now. Okay, so not believing that witchcraft doesn't exist is almost as stupid as saying that the world doesn't exist. That what you see in front of you doesn't exist, because everything is energy. And if you learn to control that energy, okay, because you can control your energy, you can control whether you're angry, you can control whether you're sad, you can control whether you are, jealous, you can control all these different things, okay, because you're in charge of that energy, okay. So releasing that energy makes you feel better. When you go for a run, it fills you full of energy and it makes you feel good because it releases, something in your body that makes you feel amazing, okay? And this is all energy. So it's controlling your body, getting yourself in that state of mind of visualization, belief, intention, and your energy that you release will help that happen, will help that spell that you do create something great in the universe, okay, which will hopefully come back and offer you what you want, okay. So live in with the craft. So you have to be prepared to live with the craft and decide what it is that you want to do with the craft in your life, okay. So how are you going to live with the craft? Is it going to be a full-time thing? Is it going to be a half-hearted thing? Because it doesn't matter either way. Your journey's your journey. We all have times when we let the craft go for a little bit. All of us have. Some of the greatest witches out there have gone to the point where one day they'll be all about spells, potions, gatherings, Book of Shadows, videos on YouTube. And then other times we'll go, I'm not in the mood today. I'm not feeling it today. I haven't got the right energies. Okay, and that's the sensible thing to do, because if you're not feeling something, it's pointless putting your energies out there, because you ain't gonna have the energies to do it. You ain't gonna have the motivation. You're not going to the positive vibes, and that's the big thing about being in witchcraft. It has to be positive. Okay, negative stuff is not what you want to be sending out into the atmosphere. So, for instance, if you're doing a love spell, okay, trying to invite love into your life, okay, this is something I know a lot about right now, okay, because it's something I'm doing myself, okay. Now, you're trying to visualize something you want in life, okay, which for me is love. Now, if I was to do that in a spell, okay, and I go to that spell and I've got a negative thoughts in my head about my last relationship, that I'm like, this is like the worst thing in the world, this was the worst thing. All those negative thoughts are going to impact on what I'm sending out into the world, okay? You don't want any negative thoughts when you're doing a spell, okay? But we'll talk about that in another video when we come to spell work. Okay, so living with the craft, be prepared that it takes over your life, should I say, and it takes a long time in your life to do. It's not going to come overnight. Okay, and my last question, number 6, is the tools of the craft, okay? Now, this is a big debate in the witchy world, okay? This is a big debate in the witchy world. Do I or do I not use tools? Now, this is my opinion and only my opinion, okay? So no trolls, please. It's your decision whether you have tools or not. However, I am going to say to you, I can guarantee that every single person out there who tells you tools are not needed, okay, will have tools. Every single witch. Every single witch that will tell you tools are not necessary will have tools. Believe me, okay? I don't know of many out there that don't use tools, okay? Because tools are everything, okay? Everything is a tool. You are the most important tool of the whole of your journey. Your craft revolves around what you want in here, okay? What you have up here, what you put out from here, okay? And what you feel in here, all right? You are the biggest and most important tool. Because like I said, without those aspects of intention, visualization, okay, you are not going to get the right result, okay? So think about this, okay? What do you need? to do spell work, okay? Number one, you're all you need to do spell work, okay? It works, trust me. This here, what I'm doing right now, is a tool, okay? I'm putting my intention out there into the world using the internet, using these videos, okay? And trust me, it works. It really does work. I have not picked up a tool once since I've decided I wanted to find love, okay? I've wanted to bring love into my life now for the last month, and I was intent that I was going to find something, that I was going to have a partner, I was going to fall in love, and this is what I'm ready for, okay? I had to make myself believe that first. I had to be in the right position first, in the right frame of mind, okay? And I am. I am already getting to know people, okay? So I've already had things come into my life, people that come into my life recently, that are potential for me to find love, okay? So I've already had attention already, and I haven't even done a spell. I just let the world know out there that I wanted love, and I was looking for love. I didn't ask for it from anybody on here. However, out of the blue, something has come along that was potentially should have been something back in my youth, and now potentially could be something. Okay, whether that's going to happen, I don't know. However, I believe it's because I was ready. I was ready to find it. Okay, and now it's come along, a potential. Okay, so I didn't even use any tools other than the fact that I put my intent out into the world. I just said it out loud, okay? And that is a big, big thing about any spell. It can either be so powerful that you think about it and it happens, okay? It can be so powerful. The most powerful tool is spoken word, okay? Saying it out loud. Because once you say something out loud, you believe it, okay? You actually take on board and believe it, okay? You visualize it. You know, you've got the intent and the energies are in the right place. And it worked for me. So hopefully, and I am hoping that something could come from this. Whether it does, I don't know, okay? But I didn't do a spell. I didn't use any tools, okay? I just put my intent out there. But will you want tools? Yes, of course you'll want tools. And I'm not going to say to you, don't get tools. You know, if you can afford them, go and get them. However, a little suggestion for you, it's just my opinion. Maybe think about the intent that go into your tools, okay? Now, I don't particularly like manufactured tools. I don't particularly like buying my tools as such. As it is, I prefer to make my own, i.e. I made my own Book of Shadows because I put all the intention into that Book of Shadows. Nobody bought it for me. Nobody made it for me. I made it. It's mine. I made it from binding up to pages. I made it all, okay? So I put all my intent into my book, okay? I made my own wand. My wand that's on my altar is my wand. I found the branch that I used, or the piece of wood that I used on the ground, offered by a tree. I took off the bark, I washed it, cleansed it, added fake leather, because obviously I don't like to use real leather, and a crystal that shone to me, okay, and I made it myself, okay, and I'm really proud of it, and I think it's the best wand I think I could ever have. So you need to think about what it is you want from your tools, and if you want to have tools, why not try and make them? Why not try and go into nature, find what you need, because that's what they would have done. Folk magic was all about what you could find around you, which is why a lot of fruits and nuts and herbs and trees and plants were used in magics back in the day, because they didn't have any manufactured tools back then. They had to make everything. That's why a broom was made from, the old part of a tree and the twigs from that tree, and was bound by that tree. They made their own broomsticks. They made their own clay pots, cast iron. Obviously, I'm not telling you to go out there and make your own cast iron pot, but if you can, why not? Okay, so it's up to you. You are going to want tools. I know you are. So I don't care who it is out there. Before you come for me, I don't care who you are and what witch you aren't. Every single one of us has had tools in our time. So I don't think it's my place to tell you don't have tools, because you're going to want them. And to be honest with you, when you start off on your journey, it's almost quite nice to have the tools, so it helps you visualize. Because if you're not used to visualizing, if you're not used to believing or having the intent, the tools can help, because it almost becomes an extension of you. Okay, so tools, in my opinion, are a good thing, because it does help you to achieve it. What I don't believe in is having to buy 1,000 different tools to make it happen. Okay, now don't go and spend a fortune on different things and get everything you need, because you don't have to have everything to start your journey. Trust me, I didn't even have a wand until 2 years ago, when I made my wand. I didn't have my book of shadows until you saw it on this channel being made. I've had many books of shadows over my years that I bought, and they haven't lasted 2 minutes, because it didn't feel right to write in them. Okay, my book of shadows, I love putting stuff in it because it's my book of shadows. So, tools of the craft, will you want them? Yes, you will. Do you need them? No, you don't. However, if you're a new witch, I would suggest maybe making yourself a wand, maybe go and find an old bowl, search second-hand shops, because you'll find a load of good stuff. You don't have to spend a fortune on different types of magics, materials. You can find everything you need around you. Okay, go out into nature, go into the forest, go into the woods. Be careful when you do. Please, please, please be careful. Let someone know where you're going, especially if you're a younger viewer. Please, please, please make sure you're always safe when you go out and get stuff you need. Okay, you don't need. Be careful, of course, if you're going to get herbs. Some herbs are poisonous, some are not. So if you are going to collect herbs, I would suggest please get some sort of information. There's tons on the internet now. You don't even have to go out and buy books anymore. You can literally find everything you need to know on Google. Okay, you can Google everything now. So Google anything you need. It will even come up with a picture of the flower and what not to touch, what you can, and obviously. But if you're going to get into herbology, please, please, please be very careful, because some stuff can kill you. Okay, if it's ingested, and some stuff can be quite poisonous. So I'm going to go into all of these subjects week by week for you. They are just the 6 questions I need you to ask yourself. What is it you want from witchcraft? Okay, so those things are all stuff you can think about as we go through our journey, because I'm going to go through each one of these every week and tell you the information you need, or information that is out there for you. Again, you can find all this information on anywhere you like to find on the internet. It's all out there for you to grab. So don't be shy. Okay, have a look, find what you need, and enjoy yourselves, because it's your journey, and your journey is going to differ from every other person's out there. So they're my 6 questions. This is my intro to Beginner's Guide to Witchcraft, and I'm going to be putting one of these videos up hopefully every week. So I haven't decided whether it's going to be weekly or fortnightly yet, because it depends on my timing, because obviously, as you know, we've had a lift from the government to say there is a time now of when we can come out of lockdown, which is so exciting, because hopefully by the 17th of May, I'll be back at work and doing what I need to do. So hopefully by that point, I can get most of these videos done If not, then I will decide whether they're going to be weekly or fortnightly. But I will keep you up to date. Obviously, keep checking my channel. If you have liked this video, or you are interested in what's coming on this video, then maybe subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up if you liked it, and also put down a little bell notification. It's down here. Give a little bell notification whichever side it's on, and that will keep you informed of when I'm going to release my next video, so it will tell you when my next video is out. I do a lot of other stuff on this channel. If you are new to my channel, there are tons and tons of stuff that I do on this channel that you might be interested in, whether that be unboxings, DIYs, you know, my witchy products of the month, whatever it is that interests you. There will be something in my list below of different videos. Now, for those out there who may be watching this video, my newbies, I'm going to be doing a Q&A at the end of March, and I have asked people if they want to ask me any questions, then you're more than welcome. Excuse me. You're more than welcome to put them down in my comments below. However, if you do want them mentioned on my video at the end of March, which is my Q&A, okay, just put the title hashtag Q&A and your question, and I'll know to leave them to one side and answer them at the end of the month in my video. If, however, you do want to ask me some questions that you can't wait until the end of March to ask me, then just put a question down below in my comments, and I will try my hardest to get back to you as soon as I can. So again, please don't be disappointed if it's not straight away. I don't always check my channel every day. So obviously, because I do have other stuff that I'm doing myself, stuff that I'm learning, and of course, I'm still on my journey too. So I'm learning new stuff every single day. So that is it for my intro to the beginner's guide to witchcraft. Okay, so I do hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you got some little bit of information from this, and I hope it's helped. Do look out for videos in the future. But that's all I've got to say. And remember, guys, be safe, you be you, and blessed be.